AITA for asking my partner to split our food 50-50. Context: IF27, live with my partner, X28. They are currently unemployed, so I buy most of the food in the house at the moment. They are picky and don't like the food that I'm good at making, and they like to cook so often they cook dinners for us. I'm usually helping out while they cook, either making a sauce, chopping veggies, cleaning up while they're cooking, or at least hanging out in the kitchen talking. I have a much smaller appetite than them and can only eat a small amount at a time before getting full. When I go to restaurants, I'll usually take home over half the food for leftovers, and I eat small meals during the day. In contrast, my partner usually doesn't eat during the day, then eats a big meal at night. They are also underweight and have a higher metabolism than me. Recently, I've been a bit frustrated because whenever my partner makes dinner, I'll usually take around 1/4 to 1/3 of it, and they will take the rest. I even usually give them some food off my plate if I can't finish it all. However, this bothers me sometimes because I'll often want to eat more later or the next day. The final straw that made me bring this up to them was the dinner we made last night. I took maybe 20% of it, they took 60%, and we left the other about 20% in the fridge as leftovers. I asked this morning if I could have the leftovers, and they got upset because sometimes they want leftovers as well. I basically said, well, I barely had any last night, and I'd like to have a bit more. They got mad because I'm always the one who gets the leftovers. I said it's because I purposefully put some aside for myself to have later on. So today I sat them down and asked if, in the future, we could split some of the dinners we cook 50-50 before dishing them out, so I can save some if I'm hungry later, and that I frequently feel like I'm being punished for having a smaller appetite and don't get to enjoy much of the food. I feel like I really only get a few bites of anything we make. They got mad at me for suggesting this and said it's selfish of me to ask, since they have a higher metabolism and need more food than me to sustain themselves. They said I'm basically saying my desire to have leftovers is more important than them having enough food. To me, since I'm paying for the ingredients, or at least some of them, I should be able to enjoy the same amount of food even if it's spread out over multiple days. Even if I wasn't paying for the ingredients, I would feel the same. I basically gave up and lost this argument in the end, as they wouldn't let up their position that what I was asking was selfish and unfair. I still feel as though my request was reasonable. Am I the asshole?